Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. The Miss Hitler beauty pageant. I have no idea where this comes from or why it even exists. But apparently, the girl that is involved in this case was a contestant in this pageant. She tried to recruit 15-year-old schoolgirls for a banned far-right terror group called National Action in the UK. This is the first group that's actually far-right that's been banned in the UK since World War II. Alice Cutter was sentenced to 3 years and Mark Jones to 5.5 years. The pair were guilty of being members of the group and they denied being part of a racist, anti-Semitic and homophobic group. Several of the people that was involved in this group were from Birmingham as well. Two of them was from Halifax, York, and some were from Birmingham, Bartley Green, Shard End, etc. Alice Cutter was 23 years old and her former boyfriend, Mark Jones, and his diehard neo-Nazi friends, they used to go on marches around different cities and counties, parading in their attire. She entered a beauty competition as the Buchenwald Princess in reference to the Second World War death camp. She was today jailed for 3 years while Jones was handed 5.5 year sentence. And being as this is a sensitive subject, automatically this video will not be monetized by YouTube. So if you do want to join the channel to support for as little as $1.99 a month, please don't forget to do that below. They said that her former partner Jones played a significant role in the organisation after it was banned in December 2013. He was involved in the organisation's training camps and also grooming youngsters. The pair, who lived in West Yorkshire, were involved in trying to recruit schoolgirls as young as 15 and 16 as part of a plan for a teenage recruitment, according to the prosecution. Barnaby Jameson, the QC prosecuting, said there appeared to be a pattern involving Jones and Cutter, and there was certainly a couple for some time. It involved their recruitment of children. Extreme far-right group National Action was labelled racist, anti-Semitic and homophobic by the then Home Secretary Amber Rudd and was banned in December of 2016, calling on followers to emulate the killing of MP Joe Cox, who was murdered by a man that associated to the group. After National Action was banned, they used encrypted chat sites and Telegram, and also one called Triple K Mafia, which was a reference to the Ku Klux Klan. Their inner circle continued to grow and also recruit new members. The latest convictions bring the total to 21 individuals linked to National Action that have been convicted of terrorism or hate crime. Detective Superintendent Kenny Bowell from the West Midlands Counter-Terrorism Unit said that National Action was seeking to prepare for a race war by amassing weapons and trying to recruit other people to spread their extreme ideology.
Let's be really clear here, National Action is a terrorist organisation, and we've convicted and disrupted a significant amount of people now within the Midland network, and we've severely disrupted their activities in order to keep the public safe. Extreme ideology. They wanted to prepare for a race war. They needed two things. They needed to recruit other people to be part of that. They were attempting to exploit.
Cutter had denied being a member of the far-right group, and despite attending rallies in which banners saying Hitler was right were raised, Alice became involved with National Action when she befriended on Facebook by Alan Deakin, called himself Steampunk Daddy. She entered the Miss Hitler competition run by National Action founder Ben Raymond soon after first coming across the group in 2016. I had it mentioned to me a couple of times and thought it sounded kind of stupid and not what I wanted to do. I didn't see myself entering any kind of competition, said Cutter. Anyway, I did because I found myself asked a lot by Deakin. He said very persistently. Explaining her reason, she said, I had made some new friends and thought they might be different to the people I'd met in the past, and I didn't want to mess it up by not doing that, she said. Alice Cutter admitted to holding racist views and said she considered herself a member of National Action, at least until December 2016 when it was banned. She attended a demonstration in York that was described by the leader Chris Lithgow as a low-risk event at which women are definitely welcome. She was hungover and had to run into a Disney store to calm down. I felt more ill and I got dizzy. I had to be walked away by another girl. I felt because I was scared and panicking, said Alice. I had been sick a couple of times that morning because I was scared and hungover. I went to the Disney shop to calm down. She then attended another protest in Leeds where she was pictured on the steps of the town hall giving a Nazi salute. Jurors told how Alice entered a Miss Hitler competition under the pseudonym and made reference to the World War II death. She joked about gassing synagogues and called Jews and said she would use Jews' heads as footballs. She also texted a friend saying "rotting how bitch" after MP Joe Cox was killed. Alice Cutter exchanged racist and anti-Semitic messages with her boyfriend, who was nicknamed Granddaddy Terror by fellow members in the chat room. The couple had also sported his and her swastika knitwear, while Cutter was pictured holding a semi-automatic rifle and blades emblazoned with Nazi symbols. The court heard how Alice first came in contact with Jones in 2016 when they were soon staying up all night chatting and sending messages from National Geographic to each other. The pair got engaged on a visit to Fountains Abbey near Ripon in North Yorkshire, and they moved in together in West Yorkshire. But they broke up after Jones cheated on her with a 16-year-old student he was trying to recruit. Before their split, the pair used the encrypted chat platform Telegram to talk with other members of National Action. They were found to have made a series of racist and offensive posts, including against black people, Jews, disabled, and before and after the ban. Jones, a former member of the British National Action Youth Wing and a railway engineer, was described at the trial as a leader and strategist who played a prominent and active role. The 25-year-old, originally the group's London regional organiser, acknowledged posing for a photograph while delivering a Nazi-style salute and holding a National Action flag in an execution room on a trip to Germany in 2016. He had grown up in foster care, he said, and he passed his A-levels while living in a halfway house and went on to qualify as a railway engineer. But in his spare time, he was designing logos and posters for National Action and two successor organisations, NS131 and Scottish Dawn. The die-hard neo-Nazi group was outlawed following National Action members' celebration of the murder of MP Joe Cox by extremist Thomas Mayer in 2016. But it continued underground, shedding one skin after another, and members used encrypted chat to reference each other, as we spoke about earlier. The prosecution described them as a secretive group that would do anything to avoid detection. They are a group with admiration for Hitler and advocacy of the Holocaust, a group that shared enthusiasm for ethnic cleansing and eradication of the Jews. You will be forgiven for thinking that the ideology of Hitler had died out in Nuremberg. You would be wrong. For the accused, Hitler works would never be unfinished. This is a group for which the final solution to the Jewish question remains to be annihilation. The court heard that Southern, who was 19 years old and from Nottingham, had joined National Action when he was 15 years old. He was considered future leadership potential as one of the most active members. He had distributed 1,500 stickers calling for a final solution in reference to the Nazis' genocide against the Jews. His father had tried to warn him, sending him a message saying, "You cannot see, you will be stabbed or sent to prison. You sound a bit brainwashed. Are you sure you're not being groomed?" Another person convicted, called Jack, who is 24 years old, and he's from Birmingham. He was described as an out-and-out fanatic who wanted to be part of the National Action Revolution. He attended almost every meeting that the Midlands subgroup held. "I am desperate to live an ordinary, functioning, happy life with my family and redeem myself," he said. "I cannot change my past, but I hope my future can make up for it." Alice Cutter was jailed for 3 years, Jones received 5 years, and Jack was sentenced to 4.5 years, and Scoven was handed a sentence of 18 months. There is 85 far-right proscribed groups in the UK that have been banned. National Action was co-founded by Benjamin Raymond and Alex Davis in 2013 and operated by targeting university campuses as sites for firing and recruitment in its reign of terror. It was an uncompromising neo-Nazi group that expressed hatred for non-whites and especially Jews, glorifying Hitler and inciting violence against its perceived enemies. Mark Jones, 25, played a significant role in the organisation after its ban and organising the training camps. And this goes to show the different levels and also the amount of people that still hold these beliefs. As it's been shown in today, the UK, where people were still shouting at people to go back to Africa for wanting to have their say about police brutality. And it just seems that we really are still far apart from each other, and I really don't like to see this. So I'd like us to try to understand each other a little bit better and try and have a bit more time for each other. So I really appreciate you joining me today. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and you can always join Scarcity by clicking the link below. Thank you. Peace.